Now, it's a Sam
and M
podcast
on the road
for the first time. Well, technically the first time for just the two of us show, but we've done on the roads. We had Manny runs Disney.
Yeah.
We had D.W. Birch when we were down at All Star Sports.
But those were special episodes.
But those were special episodes. So yes, this is the first
us
time.
Really out and about
outside
of our office.
Outside the office, trying to do a podcast, setting it up on the road.
We should have brought like some kind of Mickey or something and like stuck like all of our gadgets around.
Well, I mean, I do have the virtual background that I created that you hated.
I do not like it.
Episodes 5, 6, and 7. We tried that, and you hated it because you also hated this. You weren't a big fan of the 2-camera shoot either.
No, I wasn't, and neither were most people.
True.
I.e., my friends that I paid money to. No, I'm just kidding. No, they didn't like it either.
You paid what?
I did not pay. I was joking. I did not pay them. No, they did not like it either.
I didn't get those receipts. I need to put those in the receipts folder.
And I'm now
on the mic.
And now I'm holding a mic versus on the stand. So this is going to be a little bit. And I don't have the ear things in today.
Headphones for her.
Ear things.
Headphones. No cans. So.
Yeah. So anyway, but it's beautiful, y'all. It is absolutely beautiful. We're sitting on a patio
in Asheville, North Carolina.
Yep.
I mean, is there another Asheville that always aggravates me? People have to say Raleigh, North Carolina. There is no other Raleigh.
Sam.
There is no other Charlotte.
Sam, they say Little Washington. Hello.
Well, there's Little Washington, Virginia. There's Little Washington.
I know, because they don't want to get confused with Big Washington. So, like,
I know.
You're not.
Is there another Asheville? I don't think so. Do you? I don't know.
Google it.
Google it. We Google everything else on the show.
I mean, you're the map guy.
Yeah,
Get out your atlas.
Yeah.
Look at the atlas.
All right. So yes, first time for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Setup wasn't all that bad, although having left a mic cable up in the room and then people not being able to figure out how elevators work, I was a little shocked by that.
They were older.
No, they weren't actually.
Oh.
All right. Relatively speaking, we are 51. We're closer on that end than we are on the other end.
True.
Anyway, so we are at the Renaissance right here on the edge of downtown, right across from the Thomas Wolfe Memorial. Back over to our
And who was Thomas Wolfe?
Who was Thomas Wolfe? You would ask me that. Because it's author. All right. I'm not going to go into the whole history thing. Of course, somebody's going to blow us up on the mentions as we get in the show. So, right here in the first comments, my brain. Look, we're lucky enough to be able to get on the air today. And then you're asking me to just start pulling up.
I don't know. You kept saying we're by his memorial, and he was a novelist.
Yes, the novelist Thomas Wolfe. Yes, I was giving you a
He
hard
was born in 1900 and died in 1938, so he's young.
Mm-hmm. You Can't Go Home Again was one of his books. The Lost Boy. Of Time in the River. Look Homeward.
He did go to UNC and Harvard.
Right. Uh-huh. Yep. So, we'll get into more of the Asheville stuff and why we're here and all that coming up here on the show because, hey, we're just going to get it started. This might be a short one. We'll see. We always say that. We end up with a show that's an hour and a half long. So, but here, let me hit the music. All right, it's officially the Sam
and M
podcast, episode 37 at samwalkerobxnews.com. Find us, of course, on your favorite podcast app, YouTube, Facebook. Like us, follow us, subscribe, and hit that bell and share. Massage that algorithm like we keep asking you to do. It really helps. And, of course, liking and following gives you a chance to win. Liking and sharing gives you a chance to win. Coming up on that, 2 weeks, we announce the winner.
Yes.
For the tickets to Crab Daddy 2024 at Sanctuary Vineyards. They're one of our corporate champions, along with Coin Jock Catering Company, Miles Carpet Cleaning, Harlow Photography, Caribbean Pools and Spas, CMIT Solutions of the Outer Banks, and ToyotaTower.com. Let's look back. Let's do that. Let's start with what's gone on this past week for us, and it was. We always say it was a busy lot to get to.
We do have a few shout-outs.
Oh, yes, we do have some shout-outs, so let's get the shout-outs in. I can play all the music I want because you can't hear it.
I can't hear anything.
And it doesn't bother you, and I love it.
And I can't see anything, so I hope that we're...
Yeah, so don't worry about the seeing things.
So Mary Kate Morgan, the other morning, I think it was Saturday morning or early, I got a message from her that it was like at 5:30 in the morning, as a matter of fact.
State people get up early.
Well, she also grew up in a farming family,
yeah,
so
that's
going.
They're like us. Yeah, well,
getting up before the sun goes up, and
right.
But she was listening. She was taking her husband to the airport and was listening to our last podcast, and she was like, "I think this is who you're talking about." It was Dave and Sarah Dorian,
who is the NC State football coach,
who has donated $1.25 million to establish a new program at NC State. You were saying North Carolina Central, I think their coach had given some money to something.
Mm-hmm, yep.
And
he is Lavelle Moton. He has established a fund for housing.
Okay, so
in Durham.
Okay, so this $1.25 million is going to establish a new initiative at NC State to support students with executive functioning challenges and those who are neurodivergent.
Oh, wow.
So I think it is a cool thing.
That sounds very similar to the program we've talked about that Clemson has.
It might be. Or maybe Longwood Life, like
Longwood Life,
Karen Feathers has.
Yep.
So anyway, that was who I was talking about.
Okay.
I knew I had seen something.
Right.
So Mary Kate said she listens to us and loves it and keeps up with home. So
there you go.
She is a professor, I believe, at NC. I mean, she works at NC State. She's a professor.
NC State.
So James and Mary Kate are the same age, and Mary Kate. We all wanted Mary
If you want to skip ahead, Mary Kate, right now, feel free. You can go hit that 15, 15, 15, 15.
No,
move on.
Because I love Mary Kate. We were always like, Mary Kate, she's just an amazing young lady. And all the kids are, so don't get me wrong. But Mary Kate was always very driven. Mary Kate has a heart of gold, always did for people, but also was just academically inclined, just very driven, and did a lot with FFA, statewide, national level. So really proud to have Mary Kate,
her cousin,
be one of us.
Chris
one
Bell.
of us, Curry Tuck.
Yeah, her cousin Chris Bell. I'm talking about being national FFA. I mean, he is the National FFA Foundation.
This isn't about Chris Bell. I love you, Chris,
know,
but this is about Mary Kate.
The family, the Morgan family in Shawboro has always been very active in it at that level, both Mary Kate and Chris. Yeah.
Mary Kate was a hard one to keep up with because Mary Kate was always moving and shaking and doing stuff, and she's continuing to do great things. So anyway, I'm glad Mary Kate reached out to us.
All right, I'll give you one of these, Mary Kate, on the videos.
Right. And then two more real quick shout outs. My friend Amy Maynard sent a message that she went to school with Bob Saget. I never say his name right. Saget. So that's pretty cool. And then my Aunt Debbie, we always get Aunt Debbie messages. She informed me that she and my Aunt Diane went to school. Aunt Diane would have been older and Aunt Debbie younger, but in between them, Walt Bettinger went to school with them at Ada High School, and he is the CEO of Charles Schwab.
Oh, wow.
So pretty cool.
That's okay.
I mean, so, you know.
Yeah. There might be a top 10 there.
Yeah.
So close to a top 10 anyway.
So pretty cool.
Saget's definitely on that top 5 list. He's moved in there with Tom Cruise. So in case you missed it, we talked last week's show. If you want to go back and listen, we had done a thing on my Facebook page asking for people to say who is the most famous person that went to your high school.
Right.
So we did have somebody who mentioned Tom Cruise. So we had a bunch of people. I think you have one more shout out from Amy Ennis, who went to the same high school as Hubert Davis. So we're going to keep it real.
We already talked about that last week.
But she mentioned that you can do the 12-minute mile. That was the other shout out I was getting to. Hang on, was the fact that she was saying that you can do the 2-minute mile.
12-minute mile.
12-minute mile. Yeah, 2-minute mile. Holy cow. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that Amy has faith in me and has always had faith in me. She's my coach. She's been there for me, but I don't think I can get there. I will try though. I will try. I would love to just get to a steady 12.5 mile, and I'm right now at a steady 13.5, 14-minute mile. But
I mean, the 12.5. I mean, did we look up what the pace would be? Is that a 30-30? Or was that like a 30-40? I mean, I know, but if looking at it on the Galloway method.
I don't think we came up with what Galloway method's more like, we do it very minimal, but I do think Galloway method's more meant to be like 1 minute, 1 minute, or 1 minute, 3 minutes, 1 minute. Like, I do think that the Galloway method, you're supposed to we do baby steps, but we'll get there.
Okay.
We keep it up. We'll get there. But you got some new tennis shoes today.
Yeah, we'll talk about that coming up after the break. So what we did, or coming up in a bit, because we got the shout-outs.
Yep. I do have one more shout-out.
Okay.
Carrie Dover, happy birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Love you. Hope you have a great birthday. And we were trying to figure out amongst our girls when we were going to try to get together to celebrate a birthday. And right now we're like 5 weeks out. So birthday celebration will be coming.
Coming soon. So
maybe a while.
Yeah, we were shooting on Wednesday just because of the way the schedule. We like to get it done Wednesday so we can get it posted and all on Thursday. So Carrie's birthday was on Wednesday.
Yep.
All right.
So that's last shout out.
Okay. There's the last shout out. All right. Let us thank some of our corporate champions. We're going to be doing this kind of on the fly here because we don't have our normal scripts handy because I just decided not to print them before we left. I wish I had. Only because it makes things easier for me. So because I've got to do a click here and a click there and a click everywhere. Let's start with, this doesn't work with the ads. We're usually on each side of the logos. I just looked at the video. I was like, okay.
That's all right.
We're behind it. All right, just deal with it today. Looking to elevate your next event from ordinary to extraordinary? Well, then look no further than CoinJock Catering Company. Whether it's a corporate luncheon, a wedding reception, a family reunion, holiday party, or any special occasion, CoinJock Catering Company will come to you with their on-site or drop-off catering. And you can hold your special event at their waterfront venue in CoinJock. And you're going to want to book those now. Because they're booking up. Yeah, with holidays coming up, everybody's getting that stuff done. You want to book it now if you want to hold it there. Plus, of course, the CoinJock Catering food trucks. They're ready to serve their one-of-a-kind creations. Whether it's the redneck egg rolls, the brisket nachos, the bang bang shrimp, or anything else in the mobile kitchen when they pop up throughout the area. And find them at Morris Farm Market in Barco on the weekends from 11 to 5:30. Book that CoinJock Catering Company for your next event or employment opportunities. You can call Louie or David at 704-502-8070 and like their Facebook page to find out their daily specials, locations, and more information. All right, let me do this because it's going to take a moment here to do that, and then we're going to do that. We're going to start different music, and we're going to click over here. I told y'all, folks, this is going to be different. This is going to be right up the middle here. There you go. All right, now, there you go.
Thanks to Miles Carpet Cleaning. The kids are back in school. Your carpets and rugs and upholstery are all showing it's been a rough summer on them. Now's the time to call Miles Carpet Cleaning and get it all looking and smelling fresh and new again. Serving Currituck and Outer Banks, the Miles Carpet Cleaning family has been cleaning things up on both sides of the water for the last 8 years. Call now and get 3 rooms and a hallway cleaned, plus deodorizer, all for $99. That's right. Get those carpets clean for just $99. Call now, 252-207-6707, and find more great offers by following Miles Carpet Cleaning on Facebook. Robert Miles and his family will take care of you like you're one of the family. Forget the rest. Call the best. Miles Carpet Cleaning, 252-207-6707. That's 252-207-6707.
All right, and of course, we want to remind you that we are giving you a chance to win here on the Sam
and M
podcast, and that is by liking and sharing. And what's that mean? Well, we're talking about liking and sharing the podcast. You get a chance to enter and win tickets to Crab Daddy 2024. So, what do you got to do? All you got to do is like and share the podcast, the video, the audio, whichever you prefer. You're registered to win 2 tickets, just like that. Now, if you sign up as a member of SamWalkerOBXNews.com, then you get a chance to win a pair of tickets to Crab Daddy as well. So we got a separate drawing for our members, separate drawing for our podcast listeners. Some of y'all kind of cross in between. Thank you very much. So you're going to get more chance to win. Now, If you are a founder, you're entered to win a 4-pack of tickets. And if you sign up for an annual subscription, you get 5 bonus entries. We're going to give you $240 in tickets to one lucky founder. That's right, $240 tickets just for the price of being a founder at samwalkerobxnews.com. We announced the winners 2 weeks from this episode.
Have we decided, do I get to pull names out of a hat?
I think we may do the low-tech solution. We do like to do the low-tech solutions on some things. So make sure to like and share the Sam and M podcast. Sign up as a founder for your chance to win tickets to Crab Daddy 2024 from Sanctuary Vineyards and samwalkerobxnews.com. Now, what is Crab Daddy? That is, once a year, Crab Daddy emerges from the Currituck Sound for that celebration of fresh seafood, local wines, and beers that showcase the best of the Currituck Outer Banks. You can catch them Sanctuary Vineyards in Jarvisburg on Saturday, October 5th from 11:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Tickets are just $60 per adult at sanctuaryvineyards.com. You get the Crab Daddy wine glass. You get to sample over 20 local wines. You get all-you-can-eat steamed blue crabs, barbecue, old-school Currituck fish fry, and all the sides and desserts, live music, hay rides, pumpkin patch, grape stomp, Crab Daddy Olympics, the crab pot shuffle, the crab crawl race, all that and so much more. It's a 2024 Crab Daddy Seafood and Wine Festival Saturday, October 5th at Sanctuary Vineyards in Jarvisburg. Get your tickets now at sanctuaryvineyards.com.
I don't think you realize how loud you are.
You know, you can hear us on the podcast.
Oops. Well, you're being loud.
So, all right, let me take this down here because I got to turn the graphic off. What were you saying?
Yeah, I was saying you're being very loud. I don't know if it's echoing off of that.
Okay, all right, first off, what happens when I get a microphone in my hand?
You're loud.
I project. Now, I don't always open my mouth properly and finish my syllables and finish my words, which I need to do better job, and I feel like I was doing better. Because I saw you do that, and I was like, okay, I need to slow down.
That's
I'm
what
rushing.
I meant.
You were telling me slow down.
I was, yes.
All right, let's look at the all right, so we are outside right now, but we're not really outside. There is an angled glass ceiling over top of us. There's this flat wall over here. So everything I'm saying is bouncing off these two things. And you can't really notice in the mic.
I'm just saying.
But I know. But, I mean, it's a podcast. It's what we do, okay? All right. Let's see.
Hey, y'all want to be on the podcast?
Oh, yeah, there's Dr. Jack Bagwell,
come
president.
on.
So, of
Come
course,
give out a
College
shout
of the
out.
Albemarle.
Yes,
Yeah, we're doing
how are
great.
you? We're just trying to get our recording in for that. Just look at the camera and say hi.
Yeah, see, right there.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry I forgot there was a camera
Yeah,
down
we do the video and the audio
you
version.
great.
Yeah, so.
Fantastic.
We're trying to get it done before everyone comes in. It's good seeing you. We
Hello,
brought our work
hello.
on the road.
There you go. See? All right, we get the cameo here from Dr. Bagwell and his wife.
There you go.
Yeah, that's right. We'll tell you what we're doing in Asheville and why all of a sudden there's people from home walking into the podcast here in Asheville. So last week we celebrated birthday number 4. No, birthday number 3.
Number 3.
4.
Waylon's
Waylon was
4.
4. Harper is 3. So
Yes.
you want to run through a little bit of that.
Yes. So, Harper's birthday was also on our 33rd year
That's
anniversary
right.
of meeting.
Yep.
Meeting.
Mm-hmm.
So, Harper had a Paw Patrol. I don't know how many people out there have grandchildren or children that are absolutely obsessed with Bluey. Bluey, Peppa Pig. Harper's is Paw Patrol.
And it makes where this came from, I do not know.
She cannot get enough Paw Patrol, and so her Paw Patrol party. She had Paw Patrol party, of which Papa is her other grandpa. Not her other. She's got 3 grandpas, but her one grandpa is called Papa Glenn.
Yep.
But Papa Glenn last year came to the birthday party, which was Curious George, came as
The man in the
yellow hat.
Yep.
So he
One-upping
has-
me
yeah,
again.
He came to Harper's birthday party this year as Marshall. So now Harper says he is Papa Marshall, and he wasn't wearing clothes because she's trying to say he was Marshall. He was a dog, and it's funny though. She says Papa Marshall not wear clothes, and Glenn did come. So if anyone hears Harper say that,
I know. Yes.
he was at the party with clothes on, but they were Marshall clothes.
Right.
But he dressed up as Marshall, and he's just so fun with it. And she was so excited. We had the bounce house. Mom said that the other day on Monday, she says, "Come here, come here." And she got Mom up and made Mom go out to your office to the window. And she said, my house.
Yeah, I know.
Because they took her bounce house away. And she's very upset about her bounce house.
Yeah, thanks to
gone.
Nathan Large at Hometown Amusements for the bounce house.
Yeah, but the kids had a great time. We had probably about 35 people at the house.
Mm-hmm.
And again, hot dogs, hamburgers, just a regular old kid's birthday party. But Harper is 3, and I don't believe there's anything else Paw Patrol that the child could possibly need.
Yeah, it's crazy in terms of what she has Paw Patrol, but also, she's got all this stuff. We really could turn it into. We need to get into the YouTube creator thing with the videos of the toys that they do.
It is insane.
It is insane what they're able to do.
She'll say, "I want to
turn into content that's got like tens of thousands of views."
Yeah. Millions of views. She'll be like, I want to watch Paw Patrol paint. I'm like, Paw Patrol paint? And it's literally where they've like little Paw Patrol figurines are quote unquote painting. Or Paw Patrol Play-Doh is another big one where they make Play-Doh Paw Patrols and they play with those or they move them around. Y'all, it's absolutely insane. Of course,
crazy.
You were getting tired of the Paw Patrols the other day. I come downstairs and you've got her watching a freaking hamster going through a...
No, we had whatever she was watching on YouTube had stopped, and we were scrolling, and she saw that. She's like, let's watch it. Or she just kind of I forgot what she said, but yeah, I was like, okay, let's try it. And it was a hamster going through different like homemade mazes. It was actually pretty cool what they'd done. It's amazing the content that's out there on YouTube.
Y'all, it freaked me out. It looked like a rat,
people are making a ton of money from it.
But so Harper's birthday, we had her birthday party, and then on Sunday, Harper and Waylon, everyone came over for dinner. It was nice. It was just, the kids and us. It wasn't a big. I mean, we just brought home pizzas, and it was just nice we haven't done that in a while, but had a family quote unquote dinner, and Waylon and Harper spent the night, and all 4 of us slept in the bed until you got up about 2 a.m. and went to your bed. So then
went to our bed. We were sleeping in the big king size
the guest bed. Yes.
I went back over because I wasn't moving the CPAP. So.
So the kids, we all Harper, Waylon, and I ended up staying in the big bed at the guest room. But got up the next morning and they played and. We went to Dollar General and the park and just had a good day.
Yeah.
Had a really good day playing. It's always fun to see Harper and Waylon together. Waylon said, I love Harper so much, I'm going to marry her. I was like, no.
That's not how that
works. But you will be best friends forever.
Right.
So anyway. And then Harper had gotten a bike from Glenn and Liz, and it was still at our house.
A Minnie Mouse bike.
Mouse bike, and it had like a little license plate, and it said Minnie on it. Well, Harper's taking that off, and she's like, "This is the engine," and she's looking like trying to like figure out how to work the engine.
Mechanic. Okay, hey, you know what? Yeah, maybe we should work on F1 cars.
Yeah, and in the meantime,
take us to Monaco.
In the meantime, Waylon's gotten out the little tractor and gotten all the little ducks from the pinata and put them on the tractor. And he said he's going to work like his daddy because James is a duck hunter or whatever. Yeah. So and I sent the picture. Waylon was just in his underwear on the going around. And I said, so James, Waylon says he's going to work like his daddy. Do you go to work in your skivvies all the time? James is like overboard. Every day.
Yeah, fall overboard. Sweat when you got those waders on.
But I was not going to lie. I didn't even have them a full 24 hours, and I was exhausted. Because just every time you thought you'd have a minute just to, just breathe, Grandma, Gingo, it's what? It was constant. But I loved it. I wouldn't change it for a minute. So we had fun, and you got me some flowers.
Yeah. Yeah, so now the date, actually, I never quite remember the date. but it's always the Sunday after Labor Day that we met.
Yes.
33 years ago. So whatever that second Sunday of September, the Sunday after Labor Day, in the evening in 1991.
Yes.
And thanks to my roommate at the time, Matt Villardo, and you had become friends with Molly Mahaffey, who's from Elizabeth City, it just so happened to be.
Who is now Molly Knowles.
Molly Knowles, who lives in New Bern. Matt Villardo now lives in Rock Hill and is running for the South Carolina State House this November.
Pretty impressive.
I know. So, anyway, they had hooked up, and we were just meeting up with you. I don't know how we ended up.
You had been at NC State all weekend.
Well, I'd been at NC State all weekend. Went to a game Saturday night. Passed out drunk in Tucker dorm. Surprise, surprise.
And when he says passed out drunk, he probably had 2 beers. But anyway.
Well, Toucan Sam. That's what they call me. Anyway, and then I don't know. I had just gotten back from state. We were hanging out. Somehow, a bunch of other guys that we would made
you
our
were
way
in front of Pal dorm.
Well, I know, but I'm trying to figure out how I was trying to get there, how we ended up over there on that side of campus. Because if you don't know, at the time, Campbell had a men's campus and a women's campus. Now it's all, they've got the same floor or different floors in the same dorms, and they've torn down dorms, all that stuff. But back in the 90s, they still had essentially the men's campus on one side, and then the academic choir, and then the women's campus on the other side, even though there was kitchen dorm, which was on the men.
But the kitchen dorm was for law school students and grad students, and then they did allow undergrads in the year I was there, but it wasn't normally that. Right. It was usually grad school.
That was because of space problems.
Right.
So anyway, Powell is over in the center of campus. It's the edge of the women's campus. It's right next to the science building where the radio station was, and the other side is Carter Gym, where, and this is September, so I hadn't even started with the basketball team yet. I really hadn't gotten into, other than I was going to be doing manager for the basketball team, hadn't really gotten into the athlete. Well, yes, I had, because I was helping out the volleyball matches. So I'd already gotten into that side of things. But anyway, as typical, I'm talking about my my college sports fanaticism, while we show up out there outside Powell dorm. You're coming back from
the library studying chemistry all day.
Right. All day. Well, where I had been
all afternoon
at a football game, and
But we met because you were with Matt was your roommate at the time.
Right.
And he was dating Molly.
Yep.
And they were outside Pal dorm, and you were out there.
And we were just sitting around. And at the time, now you can't even drive on that side. You can't drive. You used to be able to drive around in front of where Marshbanks, which was the cafeteria, and there's a fountain out there. You would be able to drive around and park on that side. So we were just sitting there on the curb, just hanging out, like 10 or 12 of us, I think. I don't even remember who all was in that.
I don't even remember there being
other than, Molly and
a couple of
Cindy was out
there.
And
was Rhonda maybe?
Rhonda, maybe. I'm not sure. So, anyway, but that's how we met. And just chattering away for, I don't know, a couple hours.
No, we did not. No, you asked for my phone number. I gave it to you.
An hour or so, maybe we're out there hanging out.
No. I don't think it was that long, and I didn't think anything of it. And they said you repeated.
For a good reason, eternity. Yes, it turned out to be eternity.
Anyway, they said you repeat. The rumor was you repeated my phone number until you got back, and then you called, and we met up at the cafeteria the next day. And then our first date was that Friday. We went to Burger King. And a football game. Yeah,
went and saw Triton High School over there in Irwin. High school football game. And you should have known your life was doomed after that. So, at least from the sports angle of things for us, 33 years.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So that's how it goes. That was last week. All right.
That was how it went. So yeah, that was what we did. And then we just kind of got ready to come here. So do you want to do a couple more spots, and then we can talk about why we're in Asheville?
Yeah,
and then
let's do that, because I think they're setting up for our little
reception
that's going to be going on out here, and we're probably messing up things, but we found a place we felt like we could record, and that's what we're doing. So, all right. Let's say thanks to, of course, Harlow Photography, speaking of sports.
Another season of school sports is here, and it's the perfect time to have Harlow Photography catch your athlete in action. Whether it's game day shots on the field or court or a custom session that's literally lit with fire, Stephanie Harlow at Harlow Photography will capture memories that will last a lifetime. Book your session today with Harlow Photography at sharlowphotography.com and like Stephanie Harlow photos on Facebook.
And if you haven't seen some of the work she's been doing this year,
they're amazing, y'all.
I mean, or even in the past, and some of those are in the past, what you're seeing up on the screen right now. Yeah, it's amazing what you can do with in today's day and age. That fire stuff, those are hilarious. I do like the water shot. She's got one of Catholic High School's football team out on the ocean front, Virginia Beach. Or maybe at Chicks Beach. But they're in their full uniforms out in the ocean.
Oh, that's
cool.
That
was a pretty cool shot from last year.
That.
Yeah, you have to go back and look for from last season. So, yeah. All right. Let's also say thanks to. Let's do this. And let's do this because we got too many things on.
Just a real quick football. Stephanie's a big. She's a huge. They're huge Kansas fans, and Kansas City fans, and they're also. She's a Taylor Swift fan, so I did have to laugh. I've been going to yoga, this new yoga studio in Prairie Duck, and on yesterday before we left, I went to yoga in the morning, and I had on my Kelsey Arrow sweatshirt.
Oh, right.
And there were 5 women in there, and there were 2 women behind me. I got there late, so I was up front, and anyway, afterwards they said, "So, have you always been a Kansas City fan?" I said, "I own it. I just joined when I'm a Swiftie who joined. I own it. I completely own it. But I am enjoying football now a little bit." So anyway, I think of Stephanie whenever I Kansas City. So anyway, just another thing.
All right. Thanks to CMIT of the Outer Banks. When it comes to managing your business, it's important to have the right technology. That's why CMIT works to help businesses. Short for Completely Managed Information Technology, CMIT offers everything a business needs. Their services include tech support, computer and server security, cloud backup, secure Wi-Fi, business phones, and more. With CMIT's help, your technology will stay up and running. For more information, go to cmitobx.com. All right.
I'm just smiling. Can't hear anything. Aw. Thanks to Toyota Tyler for.
Wait.
What?
We're bumping back.
Oh.
I'm getting set up for the next shot. Sorry.
I told you I don't have the head thing.
No, she doesn't have the headphones on, so she's completely lost. You thought you would be okay without them. I guess we should have put them in. So, all right. So why are we in Asheville?
Well, we are here because I am on the board of trustees for the College of the Alamo, which is our community college that has 7. We service 7 counties where we live, and every other year I have to come and do my certification. And we are at the North Carolina Association of Community College Trustees. I never say it right. So the NCACCT conference. It starts with a reception tonight and tomorrow and Friday. Well, tomorrow is the bulk of it, and then Friday morning more seminars and things that you go to and listen to what's going on in the community college world. And the first year we went to Wilmington. Yep. I feel like this is my 3rd one.
Yeah, this is the 3rd one. There was Wilmington, then Raleigh 2 years ago. Yeah,
Raleigh, and now here.
Yeah, because we were there the right before Hopscotch, which is the big music festival. Mm-hmm. It was in downtown. It was we were leaving on Friday morning, and Hopscotch began that weekend. So timing wise was perfect because Hopscotch just gets a little crazy downtown. So
we're here. I'm real proud to be on the board of trustees, but I think that community colleges everywhere really have an integral part in people's lives and their communities that they service. And so I'm interested to see what I can learn while I'm here. But we're here in Asheville. Got here late last night.
Yeah, you were reminded how big North Carolina is when we try to travel anywhere in North Carolina. Mm-hmm. I mean, we were just in Wilmington, in Williamsburg, and Richmond, and that feels like that's a day. That's like a day trip for us. I mean, we go to Richmond in 2.5, right around 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, And it's like, okay, we're going to run to Richmond, or I think part of that goes back to when the boys were at Fork Union. I mean, that's a 3.5 hour drive.
Right.
We were doing that on a Sunday, it's Friday to pick them up, and on a Sunday, or we were
Right.
doing up to a game, and it didn't feel like it. But then once we left Campbell and came home, we never really came back to into North Carolina all that much. Everything we did with the kids was in Virginia. Think about it. I mean, there was hardly anything in North Carolina, but you're reminded just how big the state is, because it's 6.5 hours from Currituck to Asheville.
And we once we got out of Elizabeth City, we didn't really stop except for one time.
Right? Yeah, stopped.
We
in Evan.
really were. We
had
really were
traffic
traveling.
in Raleigh, which we got through Raleigh at 5 p.m. That was dumb.
It was my fault. Sam
No, it wasn't your fault. We were just trying to get things done and get things done before we left.
Y'all, my house has been out of whack for quite a while,
Yeah,
and
it
I
has.
just felt like I needed to get it clean and back in order and things in their place. And we'll see if Mom how it is when I get back. I did tell my mom at one point. I looked up at her and I said, "Nothing more. You cannot purchase anything more for these grandbabies.
Right.
Like, this is it."
Yeah.
But anyway, so we got on the road later than anticipated because I really wanted to have the house kind of clean.
So yeah, last night got here 9:30ish, 10 o'clock. Chilled in the room, did some work.
Ordered pizza.
Ordered pizza like we needed to, but we did. So I'm actually looking forward to go grabbing that slice when we get out of here. Get done with this. But then today we had originally planned. The whole reason we came up on Tuesday was today was going to be we were going to get up and we were going to go to the Biltmore, which we've been to. You've been. All right, so together we've been once with Caroline when she was doing her college visits, because she visited UNC Asheville and Western Carolina and App State all in the same weekend, and we hit the Biltmore. You came with your mom and grandmother and sister one time.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a couple of times way back as a kid.
Caroline and Ian came not too long ago
they
at
did
Christmas.
That's right.
A couple years ago.
Yeah, but we had planned on going to the Biltmore and then to the Chihuly Glass exhibit, which you've seen.
Which we really were going to just do the exhibit.
We were really going to, that was the whole intention
Right.
was, because we've done the Biltmore, and it's kind of one of those things where, yeah, you can do it, if you do it a couple times, yeah. Really, if you've done it once.
Well, and we did the, when we were here last time, it was a Titanic. Remember, it was a Titanic theme. Like, they had
that's right. It was a Titanic
They
theme.
had all
here.
that costumes and stuff kind
Yeah.
of out in the different
For the
rooms
movie.
from the movie Titanic. I love the Biltmore, but yeah, we really just wanted to do the glass exhibit. But you called me the other night and you're like, "Hey, what time do you want?" And then you're like, "Now the tickets are $125 a piece." And I was like,
Yes,
"I don't know if I want to spend $250 just
$125 a piece for a Wednesday. I looked for the weekend. It was like $135, and then like the last weekend in September, which I know why. They've got dynamic ticket pricing, surge pricing. What starts the end of September?
Leaf changing.
Leaf season. What did I say?
50?
150.
I think it was 150.
150.
Yeah. So I have.
That's the price to get into Magic Kingdom on a peak day.
Yeah, it always goes back to the Disney prices. We can spend it at Disney. Well, we haven't. We've actually held back a couple times lately going there too.
I was just shocked.
But yeah, I was like, well, I've been to if I wanted to spend that money, like I've been to his the museum down in St. Pete, and I've been to the one in Seattle, and I would love to see it here. But the one in Seattle was absolutely stunning. It's one of the favorite things in life. And I think I paid.
Describe what when we say Chihuly, because I had some people, I mentioned it to some people, and they're like, "What is Chihuly?" They have no idea what it is.
It's glass. It's glass blowing. So like he is like and it is beautiful. It's just artwork. You'll see like chandeliers in each glass. I don't know how to explain it. It's just. It's artwork, and it's like paintings, but they're not paintings. They're live structure or glass structures coming out. The sea that he is like seascape, so to speak, where it looks like tall pieces of glass that is like seaweed and fish, and it's just. I don't know how to explain it other than it is absolutely breathtaking, and I definitely think if you have an opportunity to go and $125 isn't going to break you, I would highly suggest any opportunity you get to see it to do it. I mean, he is like one of the original. I mean, I'm not saying he's an original glassblower, but he is he's huge.
Yeah,
he's
Dale
huge.
Dale Chihuly is his name. He is known for his blown glass, moving into the realm of large scale sculpture. And large scale is like this oak tree behind us. That scale,
and it's worldwide. I mean, he's taken it worldwide, and he has and I think this type that he's done, I think he did kind of create a new movement, and like so he has so many people underneath, you know what I mean? Like so many people he's taught and that have been taught this method. The colors, I mean, just the colors of glass.
I wish I could pull it up. But if I had the second monitor, I could pull it up. So unfortunately,
but it's just look at it's beautiful. Yeah. But we decided that it wasn't how we wanted to spend our money this trip.
Right.
And you had posted, hey, doing this long trip to Asheville or whatever.
Yeah, this randomly. I said, don't we just throw together? I'll do a screenshot of our Waze. Showing how long it was, and you never just remember how big North Carolina is.
And then one of my friends I grew up with, Christy Graham Kramer, sent me a message. She's like, are you coming to where I live? And I was like, oh, I forgot. She lives in Black Mountain. I was like, oh, I forgot you lived out that way. She's like, and I said, I'm sorry. It's going to be crazy busy. Probably won't have a chance to see you. And she's like, I can make anything work in the daytime tomorrow. So we met for lunch at Louisa's.
That was brunch.
Well, it was breakfast. I said,
it was brunch.
We were there for a couple hours.
There were mimosas. It was brunch. It's called Louisa's, and it was really cool because you walk up to it, and it's a house. It's a converted house into a restaurant. And you walk up, and you can go inside, I guess, and sit.
There were tables inside.
But you order outside essentially on the sidewalk, coming up on the walkway to the house.
Yeah, you order at the hostess stand.
Yeah.
You order.
And then they have seating all around, wraparound porch, Victorian style house. We're on the corner, right on this corner, perfect table. You got the mountains up there. I do not recall coming to Black Mountain ever before. I don't think I had been to Black Mountain before.
Oh, really?
No, that was the first time.
Probably the first time for me too. But
definitely first time as an adult. But I don't even know if we ever went there when we came a couple of trips as a kid.
Well, it was. We spent almost 2 hours and just caught up, and I just love Christy. Christy was a great friend. We were really good friends in high school. She was a year ahead of me, but she's an amazing athlete. She's an amazing. She coaches college volleyball.
She's a volleyball coach at Warren Wilson College over in Swannanoa.
Her husband's a chiropractor, and I've never met Shane, but just from what you see, he just seems, obviously, if he's married to Christy, he's a pretty cool guy. But but anyway, we had fun. We talked. We caught up. That's in 2 weeks. I've had the wonderful opportunity to catch up with two really good friends I grew up with.
Did we talk about that last week?
Yeah, we did. We talked about Kim
last week.
Yeah. And it does make me think. I think of my friends now, the friends I had growing up, and I gotta say, I think I picked pretty good friends. I think I did.
Not bad.
I think my friends, through my childhood and all. I mean, they're just friends that everyone knows. You don't talk to them very often, but when you see them, it's like you pick up where you left off. And her daughter's getting ready to. She's in her senior year, which several of my friends have their first ones in their senior year, so they're going through all those emotions of getting ready to become empty nesters, and her daughter's gonna play volleyball in college down in Florida, and I don't know, it was just a great morning. And then you and I went and walked downtown for a little bit.
Yep.
Got some ice cream on the way out from. I mean, there supposedly is a great local ice cream shop, but Sam and I really love Kilwins.
Kilwins, yeah, there's a Kilwins there. We could not go to Kilwins.
And I'm going to tell you, if anyone goes to Kilwins right now, they do have an apple pie special.
That
it was really good.
Yeah.
Hey, Valerie. Good. We're finishing. Yeah, we're podcasting away. But
we went to Kilwins. We found a couple of pretty cool little stores, and found a running store, Mountain Running Company, right? Is that it? Yeah, Mountain Running Company. And they were having, what was it, tomorrow night or tonight? Tonight they were having an event. They were having a test drive?
Test run with Alta.
Yeah.
Ultra shoes, Altra shoes.
Okay.
Which I did try some new ones on. I have not that anyone really cares, but I have really wide feet, so I always wear Hoka's,
right.
Cliftons. Those seem to work for me the best, the wide Cliftons. But I had in the past worn these Ultras.
Ultras.
They have a very wide toe box, and I loved them However, they're what's called a zero drop. And they tell you when you get them, don't run more than like 3 miles at a time, work up to your mileage. But I never got, I wore them quite a bit, and I did a couple half marathons in them, but I started having hamstring issues. So anyway, long story short, they now make one that is not a zero drop. I think it's called a 4. And so I was trying those on, and I didn't. I was a little bougie. I was like, I don't like the color of these. She's like, nope, that's fine.
Yeah, they were like
a
tan and wine color.
Yeah,
they weren't really.
Yeah, it was not. It was definitely not Emily. So, but anyway, I got the information. In the meantime, Sam finds some.
I found a pair of the Asics. Oh, which ones are they that I've been wearing? So anyway, I had found a pair of Asics that Asics Nova Blast, the Nova Blast 4s, and I have a pair that are all lime. They're lime green. Well, come to find out, we're talking to the the lady who's working there. She said, yeah, Asics has a tendency to like do this big drop of all these wild colors, and then we're going to do something new. And they sell out. And then she said, you know, they've got a new version of the Nova Blast coming out. It'll probably have 1,000 colors, but then they only do like limited runs on them, which kind of sucks because I've been finding them. I wish I had bought 2 pairs of that. Well, they had a pair of Nova Blast, but they had them in like more. The ones I have are all lime green. They had a pair that are black with lime green accents. When I was like, they look pretty good. So I went ahead and bought a pair because I was like, all right, well, if the new Nova Blast isn't coming out until later, I just want to go ahead and get a pair because I'm pretty sure the ones I have right now, after running what I plan to run, which is the Outer Banks half, and then probably wear them out either training or headed into. I'll definitely try to wear them for the Walt Disney World half.
So what I would like to point out is we hit several boutique shops and so the $250 that we did not spend at Biltmore, we probably came close to spending at in Black Mountain. But it's been a great morning. We're
coming home with stuff. So that's the thing.
That's true.
We're not coming home with just memories and photos and video and content. Memories, photos, video, content. We're coming home with stuff. And content because we will do a Sam and M on the road from Black Mountain and on our trip from here in Asheville as well.
Yeah. So anyway, it's been a great day, and we do have to get going because we have to go get ready for this reception. And
yep, we do need to do that. So we need to close up shop here. So let's thank more of our corporate champions here on the Sam and M podcast, and let me get the right screen up for you. Give me one more second here. Okay, you can go ahead.
Thanks to Toyota Taller at toyotataller.com. Are you ready to rise above the competition and lead with confidence, influence, and vision? Toyota Taller offers one-on-one coaching to become the best version of yourself so that no matter what happens on the outside, you become unshakable on the inside. Toyota has been guiding Sam through the journey of creating Sam Walker OBX News, avoiding the pitfalls startup space, while keeping him focused on being the best reporter and entrepreneur that he can be. Whether you're a business person, a leader, or a rising leader, you're invited to have a conversation with Toyota to see if you're the type of person she can empower to go to the next level, whatever that looks like for you. Don't wait. Schedule your 30-minute clarity call today and learn more about Toyota at toyotataller.com. That's TEUTATOWLER.com. Success starts with effective leadership, and that starts with Toyota's leadership coaching.
All right. Guess what?
What?
You just learned how to read off a teleprompter because that's exactly what a teleprompter is. You just jumped right in there. We threw you right in, feet first.
37 episodes and I can do it.
37 episodes and you can read from a teleprompter, and you actually can do it better than I ever could. All right, we'll wind the show down next. Ready to dive into something new? Caribbean Pools and Spas, the official pool and spa service company of the Sam and M podcast, is already getting ready for the 2025 season. Caribbean Pools and Spas is looking for dedicated individuals who enjoy being outdoors and want to create unforgettable experiences for our customers. With outstanding pay, instant incentives, flexible weekly schedules, hands-on training, and full support from the great Caribbean Pools and Spas management team that will back you up. If you have a pool and spa at your home or your vacation rental, or are ready to add one this off-season, Caribbean Pools and Spas is already signing up customers for service next year. And they can design and install the custom pool and spa you've been dreaming of from Corolla to South Nags Head and everywhere in between. Call today, 252-480-2900. That's 252-480-2900. Or visit CaribbeanOBX.com. Whether you're an experienced pro or just starting out, Caribbean is the best pool and spa service company to work for and work with on the Outer Banks. I should know. I work for them too and love it. Join our team and make a splash with the official pool and spa service company of the Sam & M podcast, Caribbean Pools and Spas. All right, let's go for a run.
All right. Am I good to go or do I have to wait?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, and y'all, I can't. This is small print, so I got to go close. Race on the Runway, Saturday, October 5th at the Currituck Airport. Caters to all ages and fitness levels. The adrenaline-packed schedule includes a 10K race, a 5K race, a taxi trot 1 mile fun run. It is part of the Currituck Plains and Plows event and Currituck Sheriff's Community Night Out.
All right, the 21st Hatteras Island Cancer Foundation's 5K. That's on Saturday, October 12th at Kennekeet Shores in Avon. It all benefits, again, the Hatteras Island Cancer Foundation. And you can get the details at hicf.org.
There's the annual Dare to Scare 5K and Sweet Treat Fun Run. It's on Saturday, October 26th. The 5K is at 8 a.m., and that starts at the Coastal Studies Institute in Wanchese, and you end at the Virginia S. Tillett Community Center in Manio. The Sweet Treat Fun Run begins at 9 a.m. at the Virginia S. Tillett Community Center in Manio. It's so small, y'all. I'm sorry.
DareNC.gov/5K.
Sorry, that was my eyes. Sorry, I'm old.
I know. I should have printed it out. All right, the OBX Running Company right now, they've got fall and winter events that will be coming up. You can go to theobxrunningcompany.com. Outer Banks sporting events, they got the Outer Banks Triathlon. That is this Saturday. I forgot. That is this Saturday at the old swimming hole at Manio Airport and on the Fort Raleigh National Historic Site. Looking ahead, they'll have the Town Bank Outer Banks Marathon and Half Marathon on November 8th through the 10th, and the Another Round 25K on Saturday, October 19th. That's at Jockey's Ridge State Park. Get the details on that at obxse.com.
There's the Barrier Island Group. They have their second annual Holiday Hustle 5K, and that's going to be on December 7th. And that's at Fort Raleigh National Historic Site, the north end of Roanoke Island. And it finishes at the Elizabethan Gardens with a post-race party inside the garden winter light display. So registration and details are at barrierislandgroup.com.
All right, winding it down here. Oh, yeah, we don't want to forget Coast Guard Marathon, which is March 7th through the 9th in Elizabeth City, with the full marathon, the half marathon, the 5K, the kids 1K, plus there's a 5K half, 5K full, junior 1K, 5K, Semper Paratus challenges. Registration's opening at the end of the month, October 1st, for the in-person satellite Coast Guard 5Ks are going on in Charleston, Boston, Long Beach, Alameda, Kodiak, Honolulu, Guam, and Bahrain. Those will be held next year from January to May, and the details on that at coastguardmarathon.com. Real quick run through on some of the stuff we got for you at samwalkerobxnews.com. I'm going to just read it because Emily can't see it. Otherwise, I've got to blow it up, and with the end of the show and all the different clicks that take place, it's best I just do this. You got the Tri-Villages Market at Camp Hatteras Campground and Waves. That's every Wednesday. A couple more of those going on. The Mania Downtown Market, that wraps up this Saturday at George Washington Creek Park in downtown Mania from 9 to 1. The Acoustic Sunset Wine Downs, those are at Sanctuary Vineyards every Thursday through the 26th of September. This weekend is the 20th anniversary of the Day at the Docks Festival. Thankfully, there's no hurricane to cancel it, and the road's open and all that stuff because it started because of Hurricane Isabel. That's this Friday and Saturday in Hatteras Village. The Town of Duck is hosting this mini documentary debut, Winged Horses of the Outer Banks. That's on Tuesday, beginning at 6 o'clock. The Outer Banks' largest family surfing event, that's the Throwdown Surf Classic at Chickahawk Beach Access and Southern Shores on Saturday, September 21st. Pork and Pearls, that is the pig and oyster roast to benefit the Currituck Education Foundation on October 12th. And Blackbeard's Pirate Jamboree at Ocracoke on November the 1st and 2nd. So we pulled off a Sam
and M
podcast
On the road.
for the first time. Hey, you know what? Sometimes, these things, we throw them together like we do. They turn out pretty decent. So, hey, we didn't kill each other. We had some celebrity drop-ins, cameo appearances. So you got to love that. It is the Sam
and M
podcast, brought to you by Coinshot Catering Company, Miles Carpet Cleaning, Harlow Photography, Crab Daddy 2024 Seafood and Wine Festival at Sanctuary Vineyards, Caribbean Pools and Spas, CMIT Solutions of the Outer Banks, and ToyotaTower.com. Make sure you like, make sure you follow, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell, and make sure you share, again, to get those chances to win. Only 2 weeks left for the drawing for the tickets to Crab Daddy. If you just like and share, you're entered to win a pair of tickets. Get those Founders memberships. That gets you the 4-pack chance and the bonus entries if you're an annual subscriber as well. All right, make sure you give us the 5 stars. Make sure you're interacting with us. Give us your thoughts, topics for future episodes, and the shout-outs. We love doing that because it does drive the show. What you're telling us really helps drive the show. Do that at samwalkerobxnews@gmail.com. I know I've got one in my email box. We're going to do that, which is actually a pretty cool little suggestion. Places where like movies and videos and things like that have been shot on the Outer Banks, like do that for Sam and M on the road.
Gotcha.
But we'd love to hear from you, okay? All right, so that's going to do it.
See y'all next week.
All right, we will see y'all next week.
We have some big news coming next week, I think.
Oh, yeah, very big news coming next week. Very big news. All right?
It's been killing me to be
We'll see you next time on the Sam
and M
podcast. Bye.
Bye.